What is going on, guys? Ancient Jarl here with another in-depth overview, this time on the god Aphrodite, goddess of beauty. Now, the goddess of beauty can hit pretty dang hard, so let's get right into the build and see how she hits hard. I started off as a solo laner. It's not as valuable to get a mystical mark with Aphrodite. Not that it would hurt anything if you did in the solo lane, assuming you're going up against a warrior, which is most commonly in the solo lane. But Breastplate of Valor is really good on Aphrodite because of her cooldowns, and she can just heal a lot and use her ultimate more often. It has 75 physical protections and 550 mana. Devastating amounts of mana and protections, so Mystical Mark gives you more health and has wave clear, but this is just good for Aphro because of her heal, and that's what she relies on. Next, I would go into the Shoes of Focus, giving her even more cooldowns, more mana, and a little bit of magical power to help knock down the waves a little bit better, because with this, you're not going to get it down. You're not going to be knocking down any waves anytime soon, so this into this, and then into Voidstone for a little bit of more magical power. And since you're a solo laner and you like to be in the action and you like to do damage, and with Aphrodite being close to people, kissing them, using back off, using her birds, Voidstone will also allow your mid lane mage to do a little extra damage with that aura effect, so Voidstone choice here, obviously a little more tanky. And next is Spear the Magus. Again, I'm an idiot. I don't know how to pronounce that. Magus, I don't know. Anyway, enemies hit by your damaging abilities, their magical protections are reduced by 10 and an additional 10% for 5 seconds, maximum of 2 stacks. So when Aphrodite's birds tick on a wave, it allows her to get a little more pen off, a little more damage. Next, into the Hide of the Urchin, because of the large amount of protections that it gives you, along with the health and mana, and then the passive there being extra 20 protections in each category. Sorry about that. My mic got slid away. Next, Rada Tahuti just for extra magical power, so you can punch through armor late game. That might help. Now, I chose here, you want to stick with Sprint 2 for as long as you can just to help you get to lane, but when you're almost initiating in team fights, every time you leave lane or every time you're doing whatever, Heavenly Agility with Aphrodite is just great because it allows her healing to fight through, so that, you know, is very helpful. It allows her healing to fight through if somebody weakening curses you and takes away your heals. And if you have somebody, you know, else who heals Vamana, Wukong, and their ultimates, or Hercules, it'll allow them to get increased healing. Sorry, not it 100% reduces it, but that at least this way it'll give you 25%, I think, as far as I'm aware. And Hog 3, because when I'm a solo laner, when you're a bruiser like Aphrodite, even though Aphrodite's not a bruiser, but she is a walking Aegis amulet for her and a partner, so when she can get in there and mess you up, it's good to have Hog. You can back off, you can heal, you can stun, it's great. She's very, very, very strong. So, Hand of the Gods there. Consumables, again, health pot, ward, mana pot, whatever you want. I actually, you know what? Did not even think to change it on Aphrodite, but mana pot would be better here because her heal is so much stronger than a healing pot. Or her 3, I believe. Yep, 3. So yeah, there you go in the consumable category. Here you go, and now we'll go into her overview. She gains 68 health. She's considered mage, by the way, not a bruiser, obviously, and all the stuff I was talking about. She gains 68 health per level, which is lower tier for the mages, but a lot of mages generally have 68 to 71 health per level. Exceptions being like Nua, I think Zhongqi and Zeus all have 75. They have a little bit more, maybe even Isis. But a lot of people have the lower health per level. 43 mana per level. Obviously, nothing changes here except for the attacks per second. Has a base of 30 protections, gains 0 per level, 2.7 physical per level. Also, that's why she's pretty good in the solo lane, because commonly there's a warrior, and gaining those extra protections helps her against power through physical damage. HP 5, 0.45, mana per 5, 0.41, excuse me. Damage, there you go, as the damage off the basic attacks. And then right into our passive is a buff soulmate. Gaining Aphrodite's favor is a blessing in that 30% of all mana regenerated from Aphrodite is granted to her soulmate. That's why when if you give Aphrodite a blue buff and she's commonly played as a support, and I like her as a support, I think. She gains 30% of all mana regenerated by Aphrodite's blessing in that 30% of all mana regenerated by Aphrodite is granted to her soulmate. So if you're linked with her kiss, and I'll tell you, Aphrodite, excuse me, Aphrodite blows a kiss to an allied god, making them her soulmate, and giving them increased movement speed. If it hits an ally, it has no cooldown, so you can continue. If you linked it, you'd have to be a pro, but you could link it, you know, and keep it going and whatnot. Anyway, if the kiss hits an enemy god, they are stunned, and Aphrodite's soulmate gets jealous, increasing their damage. Jealousy damage increase is actually 20%. It's a good amount of damage that you get, and the jealousy duration stays on there for quite a while. So it's like a super buff, I guess, if you were late game and you had a pot. If you're the person you were linked to, you say your AD carry, had a pot, a fire giant buff, a damage buff, and then jealousy, that would lead to quite a bit of damage, extensive damage there. So anyway, so that's what this passive is based off of, her kiss linking her in an allied god, so she gains, that's why giving her a blue buff isn't a bad idea, because she gains like 5 mana every second from a blue buff, and that would mean, you know, whatever 30% of 5 is, you know, 0.71 or 1.2, whatever mana is gained per level, so it's always feeding them mana, or if you drink a mana pot, whatever you do. Her next ability is Back Off. Affects, it's a kind of a ground area located around Aphrodite. Agitated by all the attention, Aphrodite commands the enemy to get away from her, doing damage around her and knocking them back 25 feet from her. And if Aphrodite has a soulmate, an explosion originates on them in addition, dealing the same damage and slowing by 25% for 2 seconds. If an enemy would be hit by both blasts, they will only be affected by the one originating from Aphrodite. It scales really high, does a large amount of damage, and has a pretty decent slow. This ability is very strong. With its CC knockback, it's slow, it's large amount of damage, very 60% scaling as well, so very good move in Aphrodite's kit right here. Lovebirds is what I would level up first in this situation. It's a line-based ability. Aphrodite calls forth a flock of beautiful doves that fly forward in an area in front of her. The doves circle around the enemies in the path, damaging them for every 0.5 seconds for 3 seconds. Aphrodite and her soulmate also receive healing when cast. There you can see healing per tick and damage per tick. Again, cooldown decreasing, increasing mana costs, obviously. Aphrodite's ultimate is a buff for self and soulmate. Aphrodite pledges undying love to herself and her soulmate. While this is active, her and her soulmate are invulnerable to all damage for a short duration. All crowd control effects are also removed. Slows, stuns, anything. At max rank, it gives a 2-second essentially beads and Aegis amulet at max rank. Only 0.8 at rank 1, so be minding that. You might want to put 2 levels in that so you can at least get 1.1 seconds in your Undying Love duration. So anyway, that's why it's okay to rank this up, is because the invulnerability level lasts a little longer, but it's not a huge thing. In fact, I think I would max Lovebird's Back Off Kiss, maybe even Back Off Lovebird's Kiss, and then Undying Love, because again, it's not that crucial, but I think you should slide 2 points into it early, and then you can kind of forget about it until late game, because that 2 seconds is pretty nice. But anyway, activating that is really helpful for her and her soulmate. Immune to damage, obviously, like I said, it's a beads and Aegis amulet for 2 seconds at max rank. And anyway, guys, that is, I think that, yep, that's it. That's all I wanted to say for Aphrodite, and I will see you guys in some gameplay. What is going on, guys? Ancient Jarl in some gameplay here. I am Aphrodite in the solo lane. I kind of wanted to play her in the support role, but solo lane dealing damage is also fun to me too, so we'll see what we got. We got 4 physical. I'm going to go ahead and assume one of them is in the solo lane, so I'm going to go ahead and build some physical protections. What I'm going to start off doing. I might go breastplate first. We'll go with breastplate. We'll go with breastplate so I can get sprint and some health pots. I'm going to sell... actually, I need... No, you know what? I'll take both of that. Yeah, we'll go with that. And now we're heading over to Again, guys, I did get a new keyboard, so sorry about the constant clicking. I'll go ahead and get my 3 here first. Kind of forgot about the whole hog situation. A little bit of lag coming out here. She should back in this situation. I didn't even pick it up. That was my fault, totally spaced. They got a little free push, it looks like Nemesis solo, yep. Getting a little poke off on both of them. They stripped a lot of XP from me. I don't have any push, by the way, early game. Aphro has no push. Yo, Loki! Unnecessary. There we go, get this heal off. They can poke me all they want. I still have super high sustain because I'm Aphro. I'm going to sit tower because I know I'll stay back here. I'm not getting stripped of anything. Get an extra point into my 3 for the extra heal. Loki's finally in middle lane. It's alright, I'm fine with that. I still heal enough off of that. She's actually taking quite a bit of damage from me. I'm back up here. I mean, that's what I meant to say. Didn't want to get hit with that. Get a kiss for the stun possibility here. Drink another mana pot. My sprint's back up in case Loki decides to come back through, who I do not see. I don't have the problem right here being is I don't have any lane presence against the Nemesis. She can hit. I'm only taking 8 damage. That's not a. I don't want her to hit me with her. Yep, I'm looking, making sure I don't get hit with that. This Nemesis is a smart player. I'm just going to do that to heal and potentially kill the wave. There we go. Actually, kind of an overall good engagement for me here. Actually, just kidding. I'll clear this wave. Hopefully get a wave into tower, but we'll find out. Max out that. Get a breastplate. Go ahead and go into boots here. I'll go into kind of want to get a hog. I'm gonna in fact get a hog, and I'm gonna get the next level of sprint. Then I'm gonna head to lane. And their nemesis is building a Hide of the Urchin there. She will be very tanky. That's not a bad pickup for me next after this. Trying to avoid the slice and dice there. She has Hide of the Urchin though. She will be very tanky. Nice job. Good kill on the mid lane. I just thought if I could get there in time to try. Our best set's a little bit ahead of their jungler, so that's but Loki's in the mid lane, so I am not scared of a gank. I'm just gonna give her some free poke there. It was ready to fire on the last one. Bastet's ability to push people off of herself is amazing. She's gonna dash through the wave if I'm not. I'm gonna let her. Yep, I'm gonna let her slice and dice, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Ooh. She's not gonna be able to get the kill there. I think I'm gonna end up picking up Heavenly Agility here. Again, I can't do any damage to her, but I ain't worried about it. I'll clear this wave. A little bit of lag coming through, a lot of lag coming through here. Just so she can't hurt me, yep. Now I can't pop it to get to lane as... Actually, you know what? I'll go ahead and go into this hog. And I'll just head back this one time. Trying to get there. What did I sprint there for? That was totally my fault. Ooh, how I didn't hit her, I don't know, but that's alright. I can be aggressive. As long as I have a blue buff, I can be as aggressive as I want to. She had to buy teleport there. Oh! Ah! I'll go really tanky and I'll buy High to the Urchin if I can. Nothing that we could do there. That's unfortunate. I died there. That was a greedy play by me. If I go High to the Urchin, I'll be unkillable and I have max cooldown, so I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. With 45 protections coming out from each side, it's just probably a must-have. Not a must-have. Not a must-have, but definitely will make me very hard to kill. We almost got her. I was hoping she had one more cat scratches, is what Bastet had. I mean, I'll attack. Oops, that's a bad play. And then now, sorry for the silence there, guys. I'll go ahead and get... I think I want to go into... You know what, I'll just go more protections in with the Void Stone, and then that way our Hades can do more damage, which it's not like that's a huge deal, but since he's kind of a tank, but... But other than that, going okay. Sorry for the areas of silence, guys. I know I apologize every video for the silence, but I just feel bad, and I just kind of get in focus, and it makes me feel like an idiot sometimes, so... Oops. Sorry. There we go. Good cleanup there by us. Nice job. I mean, by our team. That's alright if our middle tower goes. They got Gold Fury in. Oh, that was rude. I'm just gonna back here. Get away. If I can, I'm not gonna lazy B in this situation. But there we go. We're winning pretty substantially now, which is great. Love, love, love that. Love winning. I'm going to go ahead and go into Spear now. Just give me a little bit more pen, even though Void Stone gives me even more. I got the ult there. I'm extremely tanky now, especially to physical anyway. Too strong. Sorry about the real huge silence there, just getting focused on the gameplay. Again, super apologies, but we are just so strong right now. We have so many heals and so much tankiness and a little bit of damage though out of here, so this is hopefully my nice job. There you go, guys. Like I said, Aphro solo is just an undeniable force, I guess. I didn't even know this. A lot of people like to build their straight damage, but Aphro is very strong, evidently, as you guys can see from this gameplay. Like I said, I don't play a lot of Aphro. The only worshippers that I've ever gotten for with Aphro is all from Assault, so that was just terrorizing them. So anyway, guys, oh, actually, I suppose I can show you some other stuff. So I went 1 and 10, lots of assists because kissing and getting high to the urgency. Who said never use Loki jungle? Oh, Bastet. It's just because Bastet is so strong. Bastet is such a good jungler. But, okay, we'll ignore that for now. Anyway, only 14k damage. Hades was really good. Our Hades was a smart player. And that's another thing. Scylla does so much damage. Scylla was tearing it up. Anyway, doesn't help that they had 2-6, 2-6, 2-11, 1-4, 3-6. Like, it's pretty good. Bastet and Scylla and Hades tearing it up. So that was great. As you can see, again, Aphrodite in all of her glory. She's a very good character. I mean, you can't not pick Aphrodite as a character. But anyway, guys, that's the end of this gameplay. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video.